It is 6 a.m. And this is the beginning of our day. Getting Lauren's 6 a.m. meds. And feeding the cats because they're used to getting fed. See, he's ready for his food.
Huh, you're just ready.
I feed them separate, otherwise Ace will eat all of Al's food. So I have to stand here while they eat and make sure she finishes. Otherwise he will hop up, and he doesn't like be mean to her to get her food. He just hops up and she's like, oh, because he's like alpha boy. So I get to stand here while they eat every morning at 6 a.m. And then he does this stuff. Baby, Lauren, time for your 6 o'clock meds. Come on, baby.
It would be all there through all that.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Don't drop them.
So they would be there through all of that.
Who would?
I don't know.
And now I'm going back to bed. 6 a.m. is just a quick wake up for meds and feeding the cats. And then we normally go back to sleep until like 10 or something. It is now 10 o'clock, so it's actually time to wake up. I am getting Lauren his 10 o'clock meds and making him breakfast. This is the most commonly requested breakfast: eggs, oatmeal, and cinnamon toast. Good morning! I'm not going to show the actual bandage changing because I know some of you have sensitive tummies, but we're going to change his nephrostomy bandages. These are the bandages. We change them every 4 days. What I do is I take those bandages off. I use these to get any tape residue off, and then I take some normal gauze and I spray it with saline and just kind of wipe away any like crud that might be around. And then I take ChloraPrep and I clean it. You like click it and then you clean. You like do from the inside out. And you let that dry. And then I take this skin barrier. You put it, hey, sir. It helps the tape stick better and keeps it from damaging his skin. So you know how like when you take a Band-Aid off and it's super red, this kind of helps that from happening. You are so needy. You're so needy. And then after this, I let that dry, and then I take the Tegaderm, and so I take the Tegaderm and I make a small slit in it so that the tube can come out at a nice place to come out of his bucket. And then I put the Tegaderm on, and then I take Hypoflex, whatever it's called, and I make a slit in that, and I do that, and it anchors the bandage. Anchors the bandage so that it doesn't get pulled on as much. And that's kind of how we were shown and taught how to change bandages. So I'll show you the fresh bandages after I change them. These are the final nice clean bandages. I try to do them as good as I can, but this Tegaderm, it moves so much, so it tends to get crinkly and sometimes mess up the bandage underneath. But they're clean, and now we don't have to clean them or change them for another 3 or 4 days. So this is our shared lunch because I don't feel like making 2 bowls dirty. So
Mine.
We were gonna go outside, but then we thought, no. But
No corona for me.
this is Lauren's left-handed Xbox controller. He's trying it out right now. He's actually doing pretty good. He dropped like 2 people in his last match.
Yeah.
So,
Playing Apex on Xbox.
yeah, we'll drop his gamer tag
Yeah.
in the description.
And then I'll drop my Clash Royale, Clash of Clans, and CSR2
Yeah,
clans and account.
for the phone. And then we'll drop his Xbox gamer tag too. Also, I didn't film it really because we do it so many times during the day, but we use these. I keep them stored right here. Use these to empty his nephrostomies for the toilet, voila. And then this is his colostomy bag. We change this probably about 2 times a day, and then we empty his nephrostomies probably like 6 times a day. So I don't really get those on camera because they're just so often. Social distancing 101. Dad bought groceries for us and he's dropping them off at the patio.
Isn't this fun?
Grabbing all of the groceries with gloves. Decontaminating everything inside once I bring it in. Never in a million years did I think I would be wiping down my groceries. But anything that came in like packages where like it wouldn't affect the inside contents, I just wipe down with Lysol wipes. The apples I'm gonna rinse under the sink. Gonna film me making it, but then I ended up FaceTiming a friend the whole time. But I made chicken Alfredo and I like actually cooked the chicken. So chicken. I did it. I was too lazy to walk. I am being driven. I forgot to film it because I'm really bad at filming like our days. Lauren also gets meds at 2 o'clock and he gets meds at 9 o'clock. He is passed out, as you saw in the last clip. His 9 o'clock meds have sleeping pills in them, so they knock him out pretty quick. And that's pretty much our days, especially now. They're pretty slow and boring because we don't go out much, but walks are nice because of our apartment complex is like rather large and no one else here seems to go on walks. So it's free range for us. And we also do stretches and workouts for his pain. I always forget to film the important parts that actually like show what our days are like due to his disability. So instead I just get to tell you guys about it. That's pretty much what we do. Today was a bandage changing day, so you guys got to see that.